Everyone, thank you so much for coming. This is a really great turnout. Thank you so much for making the time to stop in. We didn't do an in-person parent meeting last year, and so we wanted to try it out this year, and it looks like popular demand. Maybe we'll do it again. So I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Ashley Thorson. I'm the 8th grade co-chair of the CPI at Indian Hills. That stands for Committee for Parent Involvement. I'll let our 7th grade co-chair introduce herself as well.
I'm Emily Mayfield.
Yep. And so the CPI is the equivalent of what you would know as a PTA or PTO at an elementary school. So we're here to support really everything and anything that the school needs or wants. We'd love to encourage people to get involved. You'll see that on the postcard, there's lots of opportunities to see what you can do as a parent here at Indian Hills. And on the backside, there's lots of school information as well. So hopefully that's useful to you guys. We wanted to share that our CPI meetings are typically virtual. So you will receive a link via email before the meeting, and that's how you'll know how to get on. The dates are all listed on the back of this packet. It also went out via email, and eventually it will be on our district web page. So we're waiting on that, but it should be there soon. You'll see that there's many ways to support the CPI in the school. You can donate your time, you can donate your financial resources, whatever works best for you. And so just find a way that you feel like you can be involved in your kids' experience here. It's a really great school. Can't say that enough. These guys are fantastic. I think you're going to be just like having a really great year with your kids. I thought that we would take a chance to kind of like raise our hands and see what elementary schools we're coming from. So if we could get a show of hands, like who's coming here from Clive? Nice. Excellent. Figured there'd be some grouping together here. What about Crestview? All right. Crossroads? Nice. What about Westridge? Awesome. And then what if you're coming from another place? If this is your first time in West Des Moines schools or first time in a long time, we're really happy to have you here. I can't emphasize enough that if you have questions, please reach out. If one person has the question, at least 10 to 15 other people have the same exact question. So don't hesitate to email us. All of our information is on all these forms and flyers that you've been collecting. We wanted to highlight a few upcoming events just so that you guys kind of have a roadmap for what's to come. You may have seen that we have this optional apparel sale going on. So that's something that starts right away, and it's not a huge ordering window. So make sure you take a look at that if that's something that you're interested in. It's not required, totally optional, but it does benefit our school. We also wanted to highlight the tissue drive that's going on. You may have seen the giant pyramid of tissues and other school supplies being collected at the front door. That's ongoing. Laura over here started that for us, and we're really grateful for that. We've had a great turnout of donations today, and you can continue to bring those to open house night next week, as well as the first day of school and really throughout the year. So feel free to bring those things in as you're able. And then I'm going to toss it to Amy really quick about our restaurant night. We have not done that last year, so this is new for us this year. So go ahead.
Coordinating the restaurant nights, it sounds like we're going to have two. The first one is going to be November 7th at the Blaze at Valley West. Thank you for holding up the PA there.
So November 7th at Blaze. We're recording too, so I just want to make sure pick that. Keep going.
Thank you. Yeah, from 5 to 8 p.m. So the Blaze by the JCPenney. It's just one of those places that has multiple locations. So Valley West, Valley West, Valley West. I think we'll plan the second one looking at Chipotle just because that's the other one that's really easy to do from an organization perspective, and they do a lot of the work for you with producing the flyers and whatnot in the spring. So look forward to that too.
Awesome. And then the last upcoming event that we wanted to highlight was the mixer. There's always a lot of questions about that because it comes up so quick in the school year, and if you have a 7th grader, you've never seen it, and you're like, I need to know more about this situation. So anyway, wanted to let you know a little bit about that, and feel free to ask follow-up questions if you have them. It is a combined event between 7th and 8th grade classes at Stillwell and Indian Hills. So it's a true mixer of grades and schools. We meet at Valley Southwoods. It's supervised by parent volunteers and our fantastic administrators, as well as the administrators from Stillwell. It's a short and sweet event, so there's very little time to get into too much, mischief. We hire a DJ, so there's music. They pay a $5 admission, and that money goes towards the West Des Moines Scholarship Fund on behalf of a future Indian Hills and Stillwell student. So it's for a great cause. It's a fun way to kind of stretch their wings a little bit and get a little bit of independence right at the start of the school year, knowing that they're in good hands with the adults that are there. The students have the option to walk then as a group with these guys to the stadium and sit in the student section and watch a football game. And so I believe that night it's the Dowling game, so that's a big one. But it's a really fun night. I encourage you to encourage your kids, 7th and 8th grade kids, to attend. It should be a lot of fun. And I think the date, that's a great question. It is September 6th. It's a Friday night, 5:30 to 7. The kickoff is at 7. So it's a pretty tight turnaround, like I was saying. And if you can't come right at 5:30, that's okay. Like it's a rolling start. But we appreciate cash and we appreciate direct or exact change rather, because that's a lot of people to make change for if we come in with 20s. So, I think that's the bulk of the information we wanted to get out to you right now. Can't thank you enough for attending. Please consider getting involved. We're just really happy to have you here, and I will throw it over to these guys.
Welcome, everybody. This is awesome. Well, it's great seeing everybody and all of your faces. Usually we are meeting virtually, and it's fun to do that too because it's easy for you to be eating lunch at your desk wherever you're working and be able to get on and listen to what we're doing and ask questions. We also always try to record, so if it doesn't work for you during that time, you can go back and watch it at another time. And so we're just trying to make sure we can communicate as well as we can. I think, first of all, I'm Dr. Shane Christensen. I'm the principal here at Indian Hills. You can call me Shane. The kids call me Dr. C. And to the right of me,
Zach Sitterim, I'm the assistant principal here at Indian Hills.
Yeah, we're okay going by first names. A lot of times that's okay with us. I think the biggest thing that we want you to know is this is not what it was like in elementary school. So we're not going to grab you and gobble up all your time. This is come in, choose something that you want to do that meets your lifestyle, and that could be writing a check. It could also be like I'm going to go do dances, and that's the thing I'm going to do. That would be great because we need that. It also could be, being involved with our fundraiser. The big thing about our fundraiser is we just do one fundraiser. So we're not going to hit you up 1,000 times for money. It's going to be one time, and we're going to give you the why that we have a fundraiser. So our fundraiser is because all of our activities in athletics are self-funded. So every football uniform, helmet, every volleyball uniform, everything that we do in band and choir, everything that we do, we pay for out of this one fundraiser. And so we spend as much money on music as we do on athletics. So it's really about $10,000 on each one. We have great uniforms. We look good. I think we bring it. Yeah. Zach does a great job of making sure all of that's taken care of because that's part of what he does with his athletic and activities. So I just want you to, and we'll also let you know, hey, if your son or daughter is involved in these activities, this is about how much it costs for us to have them be involved. And so you can choose to donate that amount. But we just are saying, hey, this is what we do and this is what we need. And we want to make sure that kids have an opportunity to be involved in everything. So this, I'm kind of taking some of your talk.
That's right.
This is the last time that kids can do everything. So they should be in everything. So be involved in the play. Then go try basketball because why not? We'll have 6 different teams. We're going to put you on a team that you can get better, and it'll be a great opportunity for you. So get involved. So we want your kids involved. We want you involved in whatever way works for you. And so I'm going to kind of let Zach talk about that. But that's our first thing is we're not going to gobble you up. We're going to make it so it's very simple and very easy. What we want you to do is just continue to keep the lines of communication open with your kids at home. They're not ready to be fully launched out on their own, but it is time for them to start to practice doing some things. And so let them go, but do a little checking. Did they go there? How did it go? Do you know who they're going with? Have you talked with the parents? So check, but then start to let them take care of some things themselves. And when they say, well, nobody else does that, you can say, well, that's the way we're going to do it. At my house, the motto is, we are going to be the weird parents. And that is okay because I'm proud of it. If you haven't read Weird Parents, the book, the children's book, go get it. That's what you need to do. You need to wave and blow kisses to middle school kids because they love it. They totally love it. So, be involved. And that also goes to on the phone. So it's okay. You should have the login to the phone. They shouldn't be on an app that you're not on. It's your phone. You're paying for it. So it's okay for you. If they don't want you to see something, then they should ask, why don't you want mom and dad to see it? There shouldn't be anything they're doing that you shouldn't be able to see. And they're pretty good at hiding some things, so you're going to grow and have to adapt along with it. All right, so that's my short little spiel for that first part. What do you want to add?
You did kind of.
I know I did.
I'm supposed to be the get involved. Here are the ways to get involved guy. You're supposed to be the cell phone guy.
That's right, cell phone. Okay.
No, just to echo, right now camps have started for fall sports, but it's not too late. So every seventh grader can now be out for cross country. That's a change from the past. And so we have a good, healthy amount that have been in camp, but we have room for others. And so that is undergoing. Volleyball has camp this week, but that doesn't mean that practice has started yet. Practice can't start until the first day of school. They're not going to start till Monday. So volleyball is another way to get involved. And football hasn't started camp yet. 8th grade football has a little mini camp next week, starting on Tuesday before the state officially lets you practice. And then the guidelines for state practice start the first day of school, which this year is a Friday, which is odd. And so it's not too late. Like, it's definitely not too late to still get involved, whether you're in 7th or in 8th grade. There's information that I've been sending out about Bound. If you're new to us and need help with that, I'm happy to help. There's, it's not a perfect website, but it's something that once you learn about, it carries you throughout to your years at Valley. And it's something, frankly, that the state someday will probably just mandate. Like, as imperfect and clunky as it can be, we got to all as a community start learning it because it's the site. And in a short few weeks, we'll turn the page and we'll be wrestling, and girls basketball will start, and girls wrestling will start. And so, to echo what he said earlier, this is the year to try everything. So if you've never played volleyball and think you might be interested in it, do it, because I can promise you we will play Ankeny Centennial as long as they'll have us that night, and they'll have us. And so with us being split, it's kind of an advantage in those sports that, hey, we'll play it as long as we can. And so with Indian Hills and Sewell having two teams, we can get more playing time, more matchups in those sports that we're separate. And so it's not too late. To echo his point with the fundraiser, we paused. We won't do that till the beginning of October, but it is important. You'll get information about that. It's not the most important thing we do, but we've had a lot of great parent support from it, and appreciate it, need it. And
it's just a straight donation, and it all comes back to us, and it's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. We also have a very strong drama program.
Yeah.
Very strong drama program.
And fall mime start shortly after the school year.
And they're improv too.
And improv.
Kind of like what we're doing.
Yep. That starts by October, by the beginning of October, after school. So great ways to get involved. Can't emphasize it enough. Obviously, we had to do it twice. So just take that home with you. Encourage.
Yeah. Question?
Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about the support families have from the student assistance program?
Yeah. We just learned about it this morning.
Talk about it? Would you like?
I mean, yeah. Why don't you?
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Mary McCarthy, and I have a student that's 7th grade. I figured I'd come here if you want me to.
Come on over.
And,
We'll get tight. Now we're kind of like the Brady Bunch.
so one of my jobs, actually full time, is working for Employee and Family Resources (EFR). we support all of West Des Moines School District, and not only from a staff perspective in their EAP, but also from a student perspective. So from pre-K all the way to 12th grade, all students in the West Des Moines district have access to free counseling. These are 3 sessions that if they're curious, they need some help, or you want them to get some help, maybe they're having a hard time transitioning into middle school, or they're not fitting in the way that they want to, and you can just tell they're really struggling. You don't have to have a crisis to be able to access the support. So we really encourage students with the support of their families to call in. But this benefit is not just for the students, it's also for the entire household. This means if you have a grandparent living with you, an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, whoever lives with you, anyone under the roof can access these free services. And because we know that mental health doesn't just affect the person dealing with it, it affects everyone around. So we are here to serve the entire unit. The other aspect is that because we're local, you can make an appointment that's either in person or virtual. So we can make either happen for the client who wants to get seen. So it's a wonderful resource that West Des Moines is committed to the mental health and well-being of their students, and so wanted you to know about that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So middle school is about more than just academics. We spend a lot of time with the social, emotional health of students. And so we have something called Tiger Time. And so that happens every day. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we do focus on social, emotional, and all of kind of some of the topics that Mary was talking about. And then on Tuesday, Thursday, we have something called Encore. And that's where we can either get extensions or interventions with students. And so we try to make sure we know where every student is, how they're doing academically, and we want to be able to respond. We also do that social and emotionally, trying to make sure every student gets what they need. So we're a PBIS school, so positive behaviors, interventions, and supports. I'm going to let Zach talk about that for just a second.
Yeah, how many do you for the PBIS?
So all elementary should have it.
All elementaries have. We may take it up a notch as far as we have kind of the e-currency. We have PBIS points that is through the PBIS website that you can get with an app. Teachers can have it on an app, on the iPad, or their phones. And really, we look for students doing the right thing and try to reward that or encourage that. And so we really have 4 kind of simple cornerstone rules to live, that we try to preach here: be respectful, be responsible, be ready, and be resilient. And that website is broken down that way. And it might be as simple as, all right, we're focusing on being ready today or this week. You'll notice that in Dr. C's Monday messages, he'll kind of point out an emphasis area. And so it might be that the students that are ready and on their bell work, ready to go, get PBIS points just for simply being seated on time and ready to go. Then on Fridays, you'll notice that big tiger head concession stand looking thing. That serves as our PBIS store. So we have snacks, we have tiger gear, school supplies even, that they can turn in those points for. And so Fridays are kind of a big deal. Another thing on one Tuesday a month, I believe it's the second Tuesday of the month if I'm not mistaken, Kona Ice comes. And so there are coupons that you can buy in the PBIS store for Kona Ice. Some students like to do that. Some students like to save those points for something else and have mom and dad give them a $5 bill or prepay. But on Tuesdays, Kona Ice once a month comes here too. And so it's kind of they love it. If you've been to a Valley football game, you know that they love it because there's big crowds around it the whole time. And so, yeah, PBIS is a real important key to how we run this school.
And so at our next meeting, because we're getting kind of close to the end, at our next meeting, we're going to go over the school improvement plan, the new district strategic plan, and then how our school improvement plan connects into that. And you can see our data from previous years, last year, and then what we're going to be doing differently this year. One of the things that we're really proud of is that our students have made really great growth. And sometimes at the middle level, you don't see that great growth because they're growing so much in other ways. But our students are growing a lot. And we're one of the, if you go and look at our school report card online, we're one of the few schools that are not on a targeted list. And that's because all of our demographics, all of our student groups are making really good growth because we're purposeful about doing that, about targeting. And we'll talk about that more at our next meeting. And a lot of it has to do with, Zach and I have been together, what is this, our 12th year?
12th year.
12th year. So that doesn't happen all the time. So we've both been together 12 years. I've been in this building more than 20 years. So I have some students, kids of students even come through. So I know I don't look that old. And that's cool. That's good. Anyway, we'll tell you a little bit about our school improvement plans. Any other things that you guys want to make sure you want to talk about before we go?
Yeah, I just wanted to close really quick. If you liked this building community with other parents, if you liked hearing from them, please plan to tune into our CPI meetings. Additionally, if you want to actually have a little bit more FaceTime with each other, we have a coffee social coming up on September 20th as well. So mark that in your calendars. I hope you guys have gotten a glimpse into what you can expect here.
We wondered if there are any questions.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, we did. We just.
Yeah.
We usually end with Q.
Yeah. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Any questions for us?
Questions?
Can you talk a little bit about after the bell?
Yes. So we start early. We didn't talk about that. 7:35 to 2:35. So the students are getting on the bus like 6:45, 6:50. Might be time to start getting them up earlier next week. Yeah. And so on Wednesdays, yes, we told every Planet 7 group time to start getting up early, starting on the 19th. We get out of school at 1:50 on Wednesdays. And so it's good to kind of plan what might you have your students do on Wednesdays. But when we ended up in this earliest slot and we're out of school at 2:35, the board was really good about helping us have an after school program. So it's called After the Bell. Any student can sign up for it. We have teachers there. It's like free tutoring. So we have 4 teachers there. One of them is always a math teacher, and they can stay after school until about 4:30. I think the bus now is coming at 4:30. They get a free treat. So they go down, they get a snack, they come up, they can work on some homework. They have teachers there to help them, and then they can get on the bus at 4:30. They're dropped off at the nearest elementary school for the most part. There are a couple other places that are not in elementary school, but it's not dropped off back at your normal bus stop. The other part of it is the bus is only available if you already ride the bus. So it's not just free for everybody. If you're riding the bus, you have the bus home. Otherwise, a lot of times parents just pick up. It works out really well. When my kids were going through, I basically said, when you get home, get a snack, get your homework done. If you're not getting your homework done, you're going to go to After the Bell. But we don't really want it to be something that they're in trouble for, but it's also an opportunity for all of you. Like, what am I going to do with my kid, because I'm not home till 5. Well, here's an opportunity. And they can also get involved with cross country, and they can also get involved with the play. And intramurals are on Monday, and then they can take the After the Bell bus home then. So we want to try to give some opportunities for after school. Other questions? Yeah.
So in relation to that after bell, what is supervision looking like? Because kids are wandering around.
Supervision for After the Bell?
Yes, for students that stay after the bell.
Yeah, well, there's 4 teachers there. They're taken care of. So for After the Bell, when we're done with school, we'll teach the students that they have 10 minutes to get where they're going, and then out of the building if they are not with an adult. So they might be down in choir, they might be down with drama, they might be down with volleyball, they might be in After the Bell. They should be with an adult. Otherwise, most of our kids get on the bus. Yeah. So they're really, and they should be looking for a place to go after they leave. We don't have a lot of running around in the building. No.
Is that same bus the same activities bus then? And they go home at 4:30 at the cross country?
That is After the Bell bus. So you have to sign up for After the Bell. Yeah. So pretty much everybody should sign up for After the Bell. Yeah. But that's your way home. That's your. It's now. Don't.
So you'll
So to take the After the Bell bus, you have to attend After the Bell. So we let them go enough time so they can get to After the Bell for like 15, 20 minutes, and then they'll take the bus home. So we try to make sure everybody gets a little bit of homework time. So it's not an activity bus. Yeah, so we don't bus home though, just anybody. If practice runs till 5 like it does for football, there's no bus.
Cross country is a little unique because,
You can't run that.
after the bell lasts longer usually than cross country practice does. And so, yeah, you can sign in, go to cross country, sign back into after the bell and usually be fine with how cross country is ran. Now, football is not that way because by the time Stillwell gets over here and we're putting pads on and we're getting, close to 100 eighth grade boys out and in, it's the after bell bus is gone. And
So is volleyball still going in 2 groups?
Yeah,
or one?
volleyball has 2 shifts, so like if you happen to be in the first shift, you probably are in the same boat as cross country. We can talk more about that specifically because it is kind of activity specific whether it can work or not.
Right.
But the intention is not to be an athletic bus. No.
Is there an athletic class?
No.
There's not an athletic bus.
No. We're taking advantage of another service.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to say. Like, you have to go do some homework. Yeah. In order to.
And is it just one sign up? Like my daughter's calling.
One time.
Get due after the bell until after the volleyball.
No, yeah, but just sign up right now and be to the, because there might be, so volleyball is a perfect example. There are some days where there's 2 shifts and we may have them go to after the bell to get a snack. There might be an away game that's really close that, hey, check in the AB team's going to go to after the bell. So everybody should sign up, period, I think, just to be on the list if you're a bus rider. And whenever, hypothetically, you sit throughout the year. Yeah,
Sometimes you may want to stay after and get help from a teacher, and then you have after the bell. So you can go see a teacher, then go to after the bell.
Yes, and we have attendance, so if your kid says, hey, I went to after the bell today, you're wondering, we can check on
We
that.
have attendance.
Yeah.
But without the bell, I could pick up at 4 o'clock if I needed.
Yeah.
The bus is just.
Yeah, you just text in and they show the text.
Yeah. Or buzz in, or call the number. The number will be published when the room number.
Yeah, it's on a form on the front door. You can see the number to call.
I think just for because this was really confusing for me too. So as a parent, you need to go on the transportation website, select after the bell, sign up for the bus, and your bus pass then will have a little logo that says after the bell, so they can take their regular bus or after the bell. But then each day that your student actually wants to ride it, they have to go to the after the bell classroom, sign the paper that day. So then the bus knows how many people they should have that night. So
Correct.
parents once for the year, students each day that you want to ride it.
Thank you.
Perfect explanation.
Thank you.
We missed the bus a couple times. So.
For your students, is there a place to get this bus pass that you're talking about?
Once you sign up, they'll process it and
It's
then
on the regular bus pass.
But she's never been here before,
Okay, yeah, so on the district website and it'll come in the mail.
so. Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
And if it's after the school year starts, it'll be a separate one that comes to school. So it's just a matter of having 2 bus passes then.
Oh,
Yeah. If it's later,
I didn't get mine.
yeah.
They just
Yeah.
mailed out bus passes, I think.
Yeah. But if somebody signs up October 1st,
Yeah.
it'll be a separate. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just to make sure I'm tracking, if I get my kid signed up, she can just choose some days to stay and some days to go on the regular bus. It's completely.
Right. So you can choose to come on Monday and not the rest of the week, or Monday, Thursday. The only time we don't have after the bell is on Wednesday.
Okay. And you have to sign up that morning or your kid cannot get on the bus that day. I know, yes.
We are not doing volleyball in 7th grade though, right?
No.
Correct. Yeah. 8th grade only in our conference. Yep.
Okay, we're right about where our time is. If you have other questions you want to talk with Mr. Sinram and I about, feel free to stop and talk to us. Contact us anytime, counselors or principals. Don't wait until you're frustrated. Call us early, and then also tell your students, like, come see us right away. We're going to take care of you every time. So make contact with us. Don't be afraid, like, oh, I don't ever call the principal. You can do that. You can do that. All right. Thank you all for coming. Anything else?
If you're a member of the CPI, we'd love for you to stay after. Those are like our committee members and chairs. But could you just do a quick raise of hands so that guys have more questions about CPI, reach out to these folks. Maybe you see someone from your home elementary school that you feel comfortable asking questions about or to. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.